We all smell, some of us more than others. It depends on genetics, age and the foods we eat. While you probably know that eating garlic and onions affects your breath, you may not know that eating broccoli affects your body odour, and not in a good way. Kitty Flanagan joins us now. Kitty, what did you eat today and how do you smell?
Well, as you know, Charlie, I'm a big cheese eater. Love my cheese. It's a perfectly calibrated food. That's right, I've been watching the show. For lunch, I ate half a block. I ate half a block of Mainland Tasty and now I smell. Fortunately, I can't smell it because you can't smell your own smell because you're in it. And that's what I'm in. Thanks to my excess consumption of dairy food, I'm in a fug of hydrogen sulphide or rotten egg gas, which is being emitted through my pores. So I'm sorry, everyone else in the studio. And speaking of sorry, I'd now like to take a moment to apologise to the people of Singapore. People of Singapore, I'm sorry. In 1998, I spent 3 weeks in your country where the traditional Asian diet contains very little dairy. In contrast to that, the traditional Flanagan diet is a balance of the 5 food groups, those 5 groups being cheese, milkshakes, ice cream, custard and more cheese. Now, I understand why the Singaporean people kept moving away from me on the metro and why one woman said to my face, "Poo lady, you stink." At the time, I was offended, but now I realise I was the offender, so I'm sorry. Please, avoid dairy or smell like farts. You might also want to avoid red meat. It takes a lot of work for your body to digest red meat, which means you sweat while you're digesting. A phenomenon often referred to as the meat sweats. I get the same thing when I eat pickled onions or gherkins or anything pickled. I call it the vinegar sweats. That's right. I smell like rotten egg gas and I get the vinegar sweats. I'm quite the catch. There's bad news for vegetarians as well, Dave. Broccoli, cabbage and cauliflower all contribute to a rancid butter type of smell coming through your pores. And if you switch from red meat to fish, you won't sweat as much when you digest, but when you do, you'll smell like fish. And try not to get old. That's my final tip, because that also affects your body odour. As you age, whatever you put in here literally comes out here, which is why old people smell like tea and biscuits and a little bit of wee. Well, that's it. I'm done. I'll see you next week.